Good afternoon, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shaka looking at my winter outlook and some of the things that are going to be going on that I think is going to lead to quite a wild winter here in the northeastern part of the United States. And I think much of the country is going to deal with a cooler than normal winter. So let's take a look here at some of the analogs that I've dug up for the upcoming winter. It looks like we're going to develop over the next couple of months, probably by mid-December as we get into the new year, a central-based weak Modoki El Nino, and these are the analog years that I have. 52, 53, all of these years up here, and these are all the years averaged down, and here are the temperature normals. You can see widespread cool across much of the eastern half of the United States with the warm out in the west. We're going to look at some of the model guidance as well that supports these analogs. And again, here is the analog years right here, weak El Nino. Here are all the years that are within this analog package that are right here. So moving on to the next image here, which is some of the guidance. Here's the CFSV2 for at least the month of December. You could see widespread warmth across the central and western part of the United States, but you can see the cool here already into the eastern half of the United States here. So that's the CFSV2 for the month of December. Continue to move along. Here is the Canadian for the month of December. You can still see the cool shadow showing up here, still relatively warm central and western part of the United States. Here is the this is another version of, there's a whole model cluster, but here's another version, the CCMS4 version. You can see more cool across the central northern plains, still warm in the southern part of the United States, but again, all of this guidance hitting at the cool over the eastern part of the United States, which those analogs are saying the core of the cool is going to be here. You can see that nice shadow there, a 3C below normal. So you can see all these models here have that cool greatest deviation from normal in this area. And then here's another version of that same model. You can see here again, which I like a lot actually. You can see again, you can see very, very cold here in the eastern part of the United States. This is for, again, the month of December, where you have the warmth in the west. Here we go, moving along to the another version of the Canadian. Now this is for the month of January. This is for the month of February. So basically, this is like a blend of 2 months. They have various ways of putting this all together, but again, continues to highlight widespread cool across much of the country except for the warm in the west, which is what you just saw, and the analog package that I came up with, making all those years, combining them all into one forecast. Let me see if I can advance this a little bit further. Here is another version for February. Major cool in the east, warm in the west. Here is now the Canadian SIPS forecasted for the 3-month period. You can see a symbol of a nice big trough developing here. And actually, if you look at each month, December, January, February, there's and even March, there's a very, very deep trough now being modeled over the eastern half of the United States for the winter. So I think this winter is going to go ballistic with that warm water off the northeast coast and this kind of a pattern. I think you're also going to see a lot of snow in the northeastern part of the United States. Looks like we may have a glitch here. No, we do not. Here is the SST anomalies. Again, you can see that central-based El Nino that's going to be developing. You can see the warm water in close to the United States for the month of December. January looks like this. There's a central-based El Nino. There's the warm water off the east coast, fueling powerful nor'easters, and then basically taking all this into account, all the guidance and what I've seen from the European, which is not in this video because of proprietary issues. Here's my temperature forecast for the months of December through February. 2 to 4C below normal and above average snowfall, so it looks like it's going to be quite a cold winter. I wouldn't be surprised if the winter of 14-15 is a repeat for this upcoming winter. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.